Hello and welcome to Pocket Gamer.biz's YouTube channel. I'm Jon Jordan, and we've not looked at EA's Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes for a while, so I thought it's time to drop back in. A few things have been happening. I've been plugging away, so you can see in the top left-hand corner, player level 68, which is not too shabby. So the player in the recent update, the player level cap was raised to 80, so I'm still got a bit of a way to go. Yeah, I have to confess I have been not as diligent in my grinding as I otherwise would have been. And actually, I've spent some money as well. So so that's why I've got a few more gems. You can see there in the top right hand screen, 511 gems. And yes, I know some of you will be watching and be furious that I've got 172 energies that I've not used, because I know all you people who are playing this game just like to optimize everything. But yeah, there we go. I've just actually leveled up and haven't got around to using them all up. So there we go. Bad me. But something I'm going to look at today. It's kind of the thing that actually keeps me going in the game. I guess keeps a lot of people going in the game. Is getting new characters. So this is my character deck. So what's changed here recently? So I've unlocked Darth Sidious, so there he is. Nasty bit of work, but a very good character to have. Especially if, like me, you tend to play more on the dark side, or tend to have a team that's kitted out on the dark side. So he's just says it's a brutal attacker. So yeah, and he's got really good animation actually. If you see him attack, really nice. So it's always nice to have a good animation. You can see he's not actually. So his level's quite high, but his power, this is organised by power, is not got a bit of work still on that one. And obviously Savage Oppress is still my I got a bit carried away with levelling him up, to be honest. I just liked him too much. Stormtrooper Han, I unlocked him before. He's fallen out of favour a bit. He's just dull. He's a versatile tank, but he's actually, I don't think he's as good as the main tank you get. The first tank you get is Chewie. He's not as good as that, and his animations are rubbish. His suits little gun, poo 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 poo, rubbish. So I wish I hadn't wasted all that levelling up on him. Night Sister Acolyte, got her fairly recently. All Night Sisters are kind of fairly funky ninja kind of characters. Haven't really used her very much, but kind of the point of building decks is that you use kind of similar characters or similar. So Talia is someone that I think most people use a lot, because she's a healer as well. So maybe there's a deck could be built around those two. Perhaps I probably need to find a few more Night Stalker type characters to do that. There we go down. So so obviously Magma Trooper. I've not done very much with him. And then here we have one I've been looking at for a while. So these are all the ones you can see, all the characters that I've not unlocked there. So some of these, if we go right down to the bottom, I mean there's loads of characters obviously. So you can see how you unlock a character is you collect shards. So you can see I've collected no shards of Yoda, and I have to collect 145 to get there. Obviously he's a pretty high level, the highest level character so far. Grand Moff Tarkin, I quite like him actually, but a bit of Peter Cushing in the original film, but I've got none towards his 80. General Grievous, I've not even seen anyone playing with General Grievous, although I'm sure some people do. Darth Maul, obviously again popular. Princess Leia, coming across a few Princess Leias now. Not seen many Landos. Quite a lot of Maces have been playing. Come across Obi-Wans. Obviously, everyone loves the Fett. I actually play a lot of First Order stuff, so I wouldn't mind that First Order officer, but I've got a long way to go on him. Luke Skywalker is a bit rubbish, isn't he? He's actually who is actually very good is Count Dooku. Is very good, very aggressive, multiple kind of counters. Not very high health, but he would be a very good aggressive character if you can unlock him. Anyway, moving on. Where are we? So we can see actually some of these other ones. So Darth Vader, I only had to collect 10 more before I get him. Darth Vader is actually, as characters go, not very interesting, I don't think, in Star Wars. Greedo might be a bit more interesting. But there we go. I've collected Admiral Ackbar. So let's go and activate the old Ackbar. So a classic. What we're going to say, I don't even know what race he is, but a classic from the original Star Wars. So I've collected actually 85 shards of him, of his 80. 80 is quite a lot to collect, but he was one I was kind of after. So I spent a bit of gold on my kind of credits to activate him, like a nominal amount. There he goes, boom. He comes into life with his lobster type claw or whatever. So how far is he? Yeah, that's not bad. So he's kind of 4 stars. So we can see down the other side his attributes. So he's got a quick shot. He's got it's a trap, which is it dispels all negative status effects from allies. So and they get health, so that's good. So as you get further in the game, kind of buffs and debuffs become a bit more apparent and more important, really. And then he's got some of these other ones, Tactical Genius, which is not unlocked. I've got to unlock his gear. We'll go into that. So let's confirm that I've unlocked him. So there we go. So at the moment it's interesting. So there's 5 shards I got over. Go to the next upgrade, and when I collect another 60 shards, he goes from 4-star to 5-star. But at the moment you can see he's on level 1, and he doesn't need that much XP to level up. And how do we train him up? Well, here we go. So these are the training droids. You collect these through doing just missions. So this won't work, but if I did, so you can see I've got various levels of, some quite high level ones here. If I assign all, I could train him up and he'd go straight up to level 59, but I'd need 1 million gold or 1 million credits to do that. So what's very interesting about this stage of the game, where I guess I wouldn't say I'm a high level player really, or certainly not say I'm a good player, but I've thrown a lot of time at it. And as tends to happen at this point in the game, in the early stages, like the credits just flow, and there actually was an option. I did a video about this before, where you could actually sell things in the game to get more gold, and that just basically meant you never ran out of gold. I think at one point I did have about 2 million gold. I don't know if that's been taken out of the game for everyone, or whether when you get to a certain level that gets taken out. Could be one or the other. It doesn't really matter. But basically, at the moment, I'm constrained by my amount of soft currency. So soft currency is not one you buy directly. So you can use the gems, which is the hard currency, what you buy with real cash. I can exchange my gems for gold, but it's not a very great. It's not actually the system is not very good for starters. It's not a very fluid system, and it's just I haven't done it. So basically, you're constrained really. Unless you're a very high level player who really cares about this stuff, which I'm not, you're constrained by the amount of credit you have, or the amount of credit you can earn in the game. And as you can see, I'm 4 times, or I need 4 times as much as I've got. So that's not going to work. So insufficient credit. So we'll tap some of these off. So 2 of the lowest level T1 droids, so that doesn't cost very much at all. So I've got 245 of these. You can see my droids have been building up. I've not got enough credits to use them. Even that's too much. Okay, so we're going to have to not spend all of those. Well, we could spend 25 of those, I suppose. How much is that going to cost us? Okay, so it's not bad. Maybe 8. I don't know what it's going to be. So that works out quite well. Okay, so I'm going to basically use up all my credits, or not all, but quite a lot of my credits. I'll only have 7,000 left. But I'm going to get him up to level 43. So off we go. Old Ackbar's going to go. There he goes, level 43. So that's useful. He's not useful enough still for me to use him at the moment. He's not high level enough, I don't think, for me to use him. His power, but you see his power's gone up considerably. So the other interesting thing, because I've leveled him up now, I can equip him. So this is the other one of the. There's 3 different ways of leveling up. You level up by shard, you level up by training, which is XP, and then you level up his gear. So I mean, it's kind of fairly standard with RPGs, isn't it? So this game is a combination of an RPG and a card collection game. So you can see now all his slots, all his gear slots are full. So I can upgrade his gear slot. So he's gone from 1 to 2, but obviously because I've collected all this kind of stuff, I've got loads of these materials because I've been playing the game for so long. So some I have to craft out of others, but effectively I'm just going through and upgrading. You can see, this is a bit dull. Maybe it'd be nice at this stage of the game to just do it all in one go. But actually, one thing I can't do here, so work out fine. So I need 5 of these Mark 4s thingy whatsits power cells. I've only got 4. I could go and find some. They can only be attainable in these locations. This is taken back into the game like a retention technique. Luckily, so this is something that I've already played, already 3-starred it, so I can sim it. This is one of the points of the sim thing. Was that the one I needed? I can't remember. Let's sim it a few more times. Okay. So hopefully now, if I go back, so this is almost like a browser thing. No, I still haven't got it. Okay, so we won't bother going into all that. But I can do these as well. So this is upgrading his shot power. Again, this is kind of a you can use different type of materials, but materials. And I can now unlock his tactical genius, which gives a random ally speeds up a turn, so you get a faster turn. So that's actually not a bad thing to have. If he was a higher power, I could add him to my team. So there we go. So that's really what's going on with Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. You can get kind of credits. There's a place where you can get credits here. Actually, I should probably be doing a bit more of that. And there's kind of Yoda's got a special thing. So if I want to get more credits, but the base rule is actually not that much. It's only 6,000 credits. That's not going to help me very much, really. But there we go. So it's a game that's still been slipping down a tiny bit from the top grossing charts, but still like a top 20 grossing game. I still think that for me, even though I'm not a massive Star Wars fan, the kind of draw of the characters is still interesting, and still the ability to unlock some of these new characters is kind of interesting. And when you unlock a new character, your general perception is just to kind of level them up and start to use them and see what they can do. So you can see here now on my, where is Ackbar? No, I miss him now. There he is. Oh, so he's right next to Stormtrooper Han, who I kind of gave up with. You tend to find this. You have the most your favourite characters. So Cad Bane, I unlocked him and he was really great, and he's actually quite good. He's got some bonus attacks, but I don't use him anymore. Darth Sidious is one that I'm leveling up. As I say, I'm not got enough gold at the moment. And actually, if you still look at the top kind of 10 characters I've got. So the Clone Wars Chewie is the first one. The first one's pretty much everyone gets that. Jedi Consular, everyone gets that one. And Talia, everyone gets fairly early as well. So a lot of the actual characters you're still playing with are ones you get quite early in the game. And Captain Phasma was a free one you got when to do with the Force Awakens release. So actually, a lot of the kind of characters I'm still playing with are the ones you get early on. So, but we're still churning away. I'm still enjoying it. Although obviously as new games come in, they tends to take a bit of your time up. But I still try to do my daily activities. As we can see today, my daily activities are done. I've done all my homework, so that's good. So yeah. So if you haven't played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, definitely one to, if you're into RPGs, and certainly if you're into Star Wars, definitely one to download and have a play with. It's being updated regularly, and I would say it's the most exciting, but I think it's pretty deep. And as you get further into it, you just do find different tactics and different things you want to do, and obviously there's lots of characters you can play with. So basically, a basic mission would be 5. You use 5 characters, so you can kind of play around with different decks and that kind of thing. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. We do a lot of this analysis of free-to-play games. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I get it right. It's one of the ones we're doing a lot of at the moment. One of our favourites at the present time. So thanks for watching. See you again soon, hopefully.